Hello, this is Jeff here from Illuminated Fate. Crystal's not with me for this particular video because I wanted to try to find something that I can contribute to our Facebook page that since Crystal does a lot of work on that, she's brilliant with that kind of thing. I've been kind of going over the years trying to figure out what I could contribute that would be beneficial not only to just what we're doing, but also the collective audience that we have that visits our page on a regular basis. So this is kind of what I came up with. We're gonna just experiment, play around with some things. Had an idea for a 3-card pull, and I'm going to be using this oracle here called the Tao Stones. The introduction says that it's some ancient Chinese divination method. As far as I can find in my research, it really isn't. They were just trying to sell it really well. But when we're dealing with any sort of like randomized tools of these kind of things, the divine has a way of speaking to us through that random draw, the random moments. Synchronicity is a common term that's used when describing this sort of phenomenon. So what we are going to be doing is kind of a meditative exercise, but also trying to see what kind of energies we're dealing with today. With all that out of the way, happy sewing. I hope everybody's having a good one. Let's see, let's go ahead and start off. The stones that I pulled today, we have wood over the Tao. Now, to explain the Tao would defeat the purpose of telling you what the Tao is. It's kind of one of those riddles, but it's the ebb and flow, the natural state of things. And then a wood is, of course, the element of wood. So we have growth, life, vitality, that kind of thing. Now, each of these combinations here, we have a proverb, a poem, and a meditation that's given through this oracle. I'd kind of like to read these, and then we'll do the 3-card pull, just to kind of use the stones as a framework and get our minds in the right place, and then just kind of see where that flows with the reading. We're just going to play around with this. So, wood over Tao. The proverb: tall trees get cut down first. The poem: streams flow deep down from the south. May you be as firm as bamboo, as tall as the highest pine. May elder and younger always love each other. Never do evil to each other. And here's the meditation that we get with this combination here. One thing to note, the wood symbol that we have here, this is the gray stone. So this is yang energy. This is that vital, forceful energy that we deal with. And then on the other side of it, as always, is the receptive energy. In this case, we have the Tao, and this would represent our yin energy that we're dealing with. Let's go into this meditation. Wood and Tao both grow and spread in the right conditions. This is a good poem, an affirming poem. Be true, be modest, listen to the proverb. If you need a reminder, tall trees get cut down first. Be modest. And you will be nurtured by the Tao as wood is nurtured. You know, I think it's kind of interesting that we have the yang over the yin, the yang wood over the yin Tao, you know, because it kind of points to something to kind of focus on with this. Like, yeah, there's a lot of energy going on within us. There are a lot of things going on astrologically that kind of drive that. The position of Mars, the combination of Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, we kind of end up in this place where we really want to act. We're driven. We want to just kind of push things through. But at the same time, we don't have a clear sight on the energies that we need, where we need to direct that energy. Because we have there's almost like a sense, and you can kind of see it collectively, we're telling stories to ourselves. With Neptune energy, we're always it's kind of like the myths that we tell ourselves, the ways that we sort out the larger picture that we're kind of seeing with our own eyes and trying to filter it in a way and that makes sense. And whether or not that's true, like, something could be said about what we have internally that says that it's true. But at the same time, the details of the stories that we're telling ourselves might not be in the best place. So it is important that we, like the tree, stay still and receive the nourishment in the day, the moments that we come across. And all you have is right now, as we're sitting here. Those are the only moment that you truly have. What happens 5 seconds from now, you don't necessarily have in front of you. Anything that happened 5 seconds ago, as I was talking, is gone. All you have is right now. And with the cards, all you really get is a glimpse. So, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these up, and we'll find out what kind of energies we're dealing with today. Let's kind of see. Let me go ahead and center myself so that I can accurately pull the card, the 3 cards that are needed for the collective who are seeing this video. In the meantime, once again, I hope everybody is either having, at the time that they're finding this video, a good Samhain, Halloween, however you want to call it. It's the day of the harvest. This is the point where you need to look back at everything and just kind of see the growth that's happened. To find what is most valuable in that growth so that you can find nourishment in it. We have a winter coming up. The sun's gonna start dropping down further and further onto the horizon with every passing day. So, yeah, something to think about as well. All right. Oh, had one pop out on me. Oh, what am I telling you? The 9 of Pumpkins, the 9 of Pentacles. So like I said, this day, the energies that we're really dealing with are, what did we grow? What is valuable out of our experiences from the last harvest to this harvest? Let's go ahead and draw a couple more here. Now, we have the Empress. So we're taking our experiences today, and we are trying to, for one, we can rest, knowing that we're going to have a bounty that we can kind of work with. Whether it comes to the lessons that we have, the little wins that we've gained materially. How do we work with that? With the Empress, there is a sense of control and authority, but it's control and authority that pushes things in a creative direction. To take the materials that are available to us on this empire that we're looking on within our own lives, and making it into something more. It's that fertile creativity and how we use what we have available to us, but also how we perpetuate the growth continuing on. That is something that the Empress is really pointing out to us. So out of what we have, I'm not sure how this is showing up, but I'll just do it one by one. Out of what we have, what we've done on ourselves, the work we've done to ourselves and in our world, and how we affected it. What further change and further growth is needed? What can be said from that? What can be given from that? Last card. Yeah, that came right up. Now we got the Queen of Pentacles. You know, a lot of this has to do with the impact that we have on the world that's around us, our immediate reality. Looking at all three of these cards together, the Nine of Pentacles, or Nine of Pumpkins in this, the Empress, and the Queen of Pumpkins. Queen of Pentacles. So it's not so much reveling in the wins that we have. I mean, there's a bit of that. You can be proud of what you've accomplished. Setting out that plan of what to do with all of this, what to do with this bounty, what kind of meal are we going to create for ourselves? You know, how are we going to foster more growth? And that's the most important thing that we see in that third card. Because it's not the growth that we foster just for ourselves. It's how we take what we've gained, this whole cycle, and how we apply it in a way that helps the people that we most care about. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're taking the resources that you've acquired, you know, with this energy, you're taking that and you are nurturing others with it. It's a matter of, it's not a matter of using it for yourself. It's a matter of sharing that and sharing it in a responsible way so that all can be taken care of. I think that is a very important thing to think about, especially with the way the world is today. Everybody's fighting with each other. Everybody is thinking that their story is the story, the narrative that's actually taking place. In the end, we don't know. We're just human. But what's important is that we use what we have to nurture and help those that are closest to us. And we stick together in that way. So, as you're going out with the kids, trick-or-treating, going out to parties to share this sewing Halloween season with your friends, I think the important thing is to focus on your love for one another and what you can do to help each other out. Alright. And with that, you'll have a happy Halloween. I'm Jeff. This is Illuminated Fate. And I'll see you again soon.